First drive in the cheapest Volvo in the country, the £400 Volvo V70 that I found that has an MOT. We sorted out the cluster, we sorted out the boot, and now it's time for its first drive. It feels nice and responsive, the car feels all right, apart from the steering. The steering feels a little bit floppy. I think it's probably to do with the tie rod that was on the MOT advisory for the last MOT back in August. So I've got very little fuel, so I'm gonna go down and get some fuel. Doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't feel too bad, not for a £400 car. I've definitely driven cars that are worse than this, that were worth more than this. So I'm quite happy. My granddad's shown interest in the car. I think he'd quite like it to replace his Kia Ceed that he has, which is in worse condition, so that makes sense. I might be able to get a quick sale out of it. He gets a decent car out of it for cheap, and we're both onto a winner. Before we sell it to my granddad, potentially, I would like to get it into the unit. So for those of you that don't know, and for those of you that have listened throughout previous videos where I've kind of dropped hints, we do have a unit coming up for the channel, which means that I can get this car in and do work to it quite easily. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get it in, we're gonna go around, clean it up, replace a few little bits here and there, like the rear wiper because it's rusty and stuff like that. Get all the trim back to black, get the car polished up, and then maybe replace the tie rod if I have a chance, and if it's bad, replace that before my granddad then has the car. Because in the new unit, we also have a lift. So unbelievable things are going to happen for the channel in a minute, and I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go get some fuel in this thing, and then I shall see you in the next video where I will do a bit more of a kind of driving it around and showing you from the outside. You can see the car going past and do a bit more of a, should we say, aesthetically pleasing video, because at the moment this is just a quick little video. I'm driving down to the fuel station, first time I've driven the car, just in case, touch wood it won't, but just in case anything goes wrong, I've then documented it rather than not. So first impressions, feels all right, feels reasonable, nice and smooth, nothing sounds bad, just a bit floppy on the steering, little bit of vibration through it, but apart from that, seems absolutely spot on, and it's quite good. The only thing that has come up is a little symbol here. That's because we've got a bulb failure parking light, so it's not the end of the world. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Appreciate you watching, and soon we will be inside, out of the cold, out of the wet, out of the wind, and we can really start going crazy on some of these cars. Speaking of which, Range Rover should be fixed in a couple of days' time, ready to be MOT'd or re-MOT'd, and then back out on the road. And then I need to get the Jaguar in. The Jaguar XJS V12, I need to get that in to the unit when I can, and then we can get that fixed and MOT'd and on the road, and I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a clunk coming through. There you go, that was a big clunk. Ah, out of use. That's no good. So I've just driven home in the Volvo, the cheapest Volvo in the country, and it's got a problem. Try slow down or shift up. And then it was flashing over here with a orange light, a engine light, it was just flashing. And every now and again it stopped, every now and again it started. Give it a bit of a rev. The car seems to be juddering quite badly, I don't quite know why. But yeah, parking bulb failure. Oh, something else has come up now. So yes, I don't quite know what is wrong.